Hi guys, let's solve one important model problem regarding capacitors. Two capacitors with capacity C1 and C2 are charged to potentials V1 and V2 respectively and then connected in parallel. Calculate the common potential across the combination after connecting parallel. Similarly, the charge on each capacitor, the electrostatic energy stored in the system, and finally the change in the electrostatic energy from its initial value. Suppose if I take that as a diagram first, so I am having two capacitors. Let this capacitor, they are charged to a potential V1. So C1 is a capacitance and V1 is a applied potential, and another capacitor, so it is also charged to potential V2. Now, so if I can write the total potential energy before connecting in parallel. So before connecting in parallel, the total potential energy. The total potential energy, let we can take for this potential energy in terms of U1 equal to half C1 V1 square for this capacitor, and this capacitor U2 equal to half C2 V2 square. So I can take total potential energy as initial potential energy equal to sum of these two potential energies, half C1 V1 square plus half C2 V2 square. So this is the total potential energy before connecting in parallel. But we need to do everything after connecting parallel. So if we can take that after connecting in parallel, these two capacitors are C1 and they are the another capacitance C2, they are connected in parallel. So this is the C1 capacitance, this is the C2 capacitance. Once they both are connected in parallel, so what happens? Since it's a parallel combination, they both will be reached to common potential. So that is the key word at here. After connection, both will have common potential. Since this you already know it, because in parallel combination potential remains constant. So if they both are having common potential, if we can take that common potential as V, so to calculate the common potential, so how can I proceed? So I am having capacitance formula C equal to Q upon V. Similarly, V equal to Q upon C. So when they are connected in the parallel, that Q becomes total charge upon total capacitance. The total charge upon total capacitance. Suppose initially it is having charge Q1 and another one is having charge Q2. So if it is having charge Q2, therefore now the total charge becomes, now the total charge equal to Q1 plus Q2 upon total capacitance, and C1 plus C2 is the total capacitance. Now we can write that for capacitance C1, since C1 equal to Q1 by V1, that implies Q1 equal to C1 times V1. Similarly, C2 equal to Q2 upon V2, that implies charge Q2 equal to C2 V2. Now from these expressions it changes as, in the place of Q1 I can substitute this value, it becomes C1 V1 plus C2 V2 upon C1 plus C2. So therefore I can write, therefore the common potential after connecting in parallel. So common potential V equal to C1 V1 plus C2 V2 upon C1 plus C2. So this is the one part of the question we need to solve it. So that is the expression for common potential. Now in the given problem, so the common potential across the combinations, so the first part is C1 V1 upon C1 plus V1. So that is the expression for common potential. C1 V1 plus C2 V2 upon C1 plus C2. Now for the second question, what is the net charge? Therefore the new charges, on the two capacitors, suppose if I take the new charge as a Q1 dash, and we know the formula for the capacitance and charge, capacitance C equal to Q upon V. So if the C1 is capacitance, the new charge will become Q1 dash, but the potential is common. So this V is constant since it is in a parallel combination. So it is common or constant. So from that expression, if we can write Q1 dash equal to C1 times V, and similarly for Q2 dash, the charge on another capacitor equal to Q2 times V. So this is the new charges on the two capacitor after parallel connection. So they both will be get the new charge. Yeah, that happens because the potential is changed here. Now if the potential is changed, so how much change happens the potential, that much will be should change in the charge. Now coming to the third expression. So the third expression, what we need to find? We need to find the potential energy after connection. Potential energy after parallel connection. So what is the potential energy formula we can write? We will write the potential energy formula as potential energy U equal to half CV square. For the first capacitor it is a half CV square, for the second capacitor half CV square. Why V is set here common? Because V is again common potential. Since after parallel connection, potential V is constant, therefore the total potential energy after connection, after parallel connection. So if you can write the expression for the total potential energy after parallel connection, that I can take as U final, which equal to half C1 V square plus half C2 V square. Here V is the common potential, so we can simplify that. So I can take it out common, half V square as a common factor. I can get C1 plus C2. Now we can substitute the V value, since V equal to C1 V1 plus C2 V2 upon C1 plus C2. So that is the common potential we already derived. So from the above expressions we got it, the common potential V equal to, this is the common potential factor, V equal to C1 V1 plus C2 V2 upon C1 plus C2. Now if you can substitute that value at here, the common potential U suffix F after connection final, it becomes half C1 plus C2 of C1 V1 plus C2 V2 upon C1 plus C2 whole square. Now if you can do a little simplification at here, so UF equal to half C1 plus C2 of C1 V1 plus C2 V2 whole square upon C1 plus C2 whole square. So you can remove the one of the term at here. So the final potential energy equal to half of C1 V1 plus C2 V2 whole square upon C1 plus C2. Now this is the third question. Now the fourth one, change in potential energy. Change in potential energy after parallel connection to before. So if you can subtract UF minus U initial, so if you can write that half of C1 V1 plus C2 V2 whole square upon C1 plus C2 times minus U initial, which equal to half C1 V1 square plus half C2 V2 square. That is the initial potential energy. So we need to find that end result, the change in potential energy. If we can solve this expression till the end, we have to do little mathematics at here. So U final minus U initial. If you can do that expression by simplification, here I am writing the final steps. So you can get minus half of C1 C2 of V1 minus V2 whole square upon C1 plus C2. So this is the final expression. After solving that all arithmetic, so after simplification, so the final expression. Now if you can see, the final expression is having the minus. So minus means it's a loss, energy loss, loss in energy. So it means the potential energy gets lost after connecting in parallel. So why it gets lost? Because during the flow of charge, during the flow of charge from one capacitor to the other. Because of the flow of the charge after connecting in the parallel, since they are in the common potential, and the energy is lost in the form of heat, and electromagnetic energy. So these are the important results to me. So when two charged capacitors after charging, when they are connected in parallel, so after connecting the parallel, they both will reach us to as a common potential. So they both will reach us to a common potential. Not only that, after reaching common potential, they both acquire separate charges, and because of that they will lose certain potential energy. So that loss in the potential energy we got in terms of the minus. So the energy is losing. Since energy is a conservative quantity, if it lost after connecting the parallel, where it would go? So the energy is dissipated in the form of heat. The energy is dissipated in the form of heat and in the form of electromagnetic energy. And these modal problems are very important. So those problems you can find in the problem session.